Welcome to online classes of biology. So, in the previous classes, we were studying about photosynthesis, the various steps of photosynthesis, and we have seen that the photosynthesis takes place in two different steps. What are they? Light reaction and dark reaction. And in light reaction, the products of light reaction are ATP and NADPH, and along with that oxygen is also released. Okay, and oxygen is diffused out of the chloroplast, and ATP and NADPH, they are used for converting carbon dioxide to carbohydrate, isn't it? So this process, that is the conversion of carbon dioxide to carbohydrate, is taking place in the means it can takes place in the absence of light also. That is not necessary that it should take place, but it can, okay, because the products of light reaction are already there. So using that, they can means the carbon dioxide can be reduced to carbohydrate, isn't it? So this process is, so dark reaction takes place in different pathways. Okay, so the one is Calvin cycle, and we have seen that, isn't it? So in Calvin cycle, who has elucidated this? This cycle was elucidated by Melvin Calvin, and here the first product formed by the carbon dioxide fixation is a three carbon molecule, that is 3 phosphoglyceric acid, okay, or PGA, and because of this, this cycle is also known as C3 cycle, because the first stable compound formed is a 3 carbon compound. Understood? Now, there are other pathways also, like where the first stable product of carbon dioxide fixation, if it is a 4 carbon compound like oxaloacetic acid, then the process, okay, that pathway of carbon dioxide fixation is known as C4 pathway. Okay, so C3 pathway and C4 pathways are there. Then in this C3 pathway, the first or the primary acceptor of carbon dioxide is, it's a it's a 5 carbon compound known as ribulose 1,5 biphosphate. We have studied all this, isn't it? It's a 5 carbon ketose sugar, ribulose biphosphate, RUBP. Okay, and the Calvin cycle, okay, it continues in the different stages like carboxylation, reduction, and regeneration. So, carboxylation is what? The combining of carbon dioxide into a 5 carbon molecule to form what? A 6 carbon molecule that will get split into a stable 3 carbon molecule. Okay, understood? Two molecules of 3 pg, actually a 6 carbon molecule will form, that is not stable. Okay, that is that will get split into two molecules of 3 pga, and the enzyme needed for this reaction is Rubisco, RUBP carboxylase oxygenase. Okay, so the first step of what the Calvin cycle is carboxylation. In this, what is happening? Carbon dioxide combines with RUBP. Okay, it combines with RUBP, and in this, what is the enzyme needed? RUBP carboxylase oxygenase or Rubisco. And then next step is what? Reduction. Reduction means that leads to, okay, here what happened? Two molecules of ATP for photophosphorylation and two molecules of NADPH is used for reduction per carbon dioxide molecule fixed. Okay, that is reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrate takes place in this step. Understood? So, like this, 6 molecules of carbon dioxide and 6 turns of cycles are required for formation of 1 molecule of glucose. Understood? So, like this, what? 1 molecule of carbon dioxide will get converted to carbohydrate or glucose. Okay, then next step, the left out step is what? Regeneration. regeneration means the what regeneration of RUBP. RUBP already used for fixing or accepting carbon dioxide molecule, right? So it has to be regenerated so that it can use new, or it can be used to what join with new carbon dioxide molecule. So that process is known as regeneration. So these are the different steps of what C3 cycle. So why it is known as C3 cycle? Because the first stable compound formed is a 3 carbon molecule. What is it? 3 phosphoglyceric acid. Okay, and it's also known as Calvin cycle because it is the pathway is elucidated by Melvin Calvin. Understood? And then what we learned, it takes place. And what is the first carbon dioxide acceptor here? RUBP. And what is the enzyme that is needed for combining carbon dioxide and RUBP? It is Rubisco. Okay, RUBP oxygenase reductase. Okay, so like this, what carbox RUBP carboxylase oxygenase. Okay, carboxylase oxygenase. There is some significance in giving the name like this because RUBP can carboxylase or add carbon dioxide, and at the same time it is having a tendency to add oxygen also, that we will study later. Understood? So like this, in different steps, what happens? C3 cycle completes. Understood? So other biosynthetic pathway of carbon dioxide fixation is C4 pathway. Why it is known as C4 pathway? Because the first first stable product formed after the fixation of carbon dioxide is a 4 carbon molecule known as oxaloacetic acid. That's what it is known as, what a C4 pathway. Okay, C4 pathway. Then after and you can see that C4 plants are special. Okay, in their leaf anatomy, and they are having high tolerance to higher temperature, and they show response to high light intensity. So these are the what specialities of them. And they lack, actually this plants, they are having an adaptation to avoid a process called photorespiration. Okay, photorespiration, and to have a maximum or efficient photosynthesis, or efficient productivity of biomass. Understood? So photorespiration will be studying now after this. Okay. So what is the advantage, or what is the speciality of C4 plants? The plants which are having C4 pathway are known as what? C4 plants. Okay, and they are having some specialities. What are they? They are having special type of leaf anatomy. Anatomy means study of internal structures, isn't it? So in last year you have not learned anatomy. So when you study the anatomy of leaf, okay, you can see a special kind of anatomy here. Okay, I'll tell you that they are having capacity to tolerate high temperature, and they shows response to high light intensities, and okay, they lack what? Photorespiration, and they are having high productivity of biomass. All these are the advantage or specialities of what? C4 plants. Now what is C4 plants? They shows a particular type of anatomy, I told, isn't it? And that is known as Kranz anatomy, because this was what find out. Okay, Kranz anatomy. Kranz means what? Wreath. Okay, a wreath, and is you can see that bundle sheaths are there. Bundle sheath means vascular bundle, so in a leaf, if you see, you can see what? Epidermal cells, then you can see mesophyll cells. Okay, parenchyma cells, palisade, and what you can see, the spongy in dicot, and only simple mesophyll cells in monocot leaves. Okay, and xylem and phloem, then where it will be found? In vascular bundles. Understood? So if you take a monocot leaf, you can see the venation is parallel, isn't it? So venation represents what? Wherever they are having vascular bundles. Understood? Xylem and phloem are located in that. Understood? And the xylem you can see that the xylem and phloem, they are inside the vascular bundle, and around this vascular bundle you can see many layers of cells, and this is known as this is giving an appearance of a wreath, you know na, wreath. When you are submitting, especially in dead bodies and all, you submit wreath, isn't it? So you can see many layers of cells around what vascular bundles. And the special features of this what bundle sheath cells are, they are having large number of chloroplast, thick walls, and they are impervious to gaseous exchange and no intercellular spaces. So these are what special features of what the bundle sheath cells. Okay, so like this, what Kranz anatomy, what they shows. Okay, which plants shows C4 plants. Example for C4 plants are sorghum. Okay, then what maize, etc. Understood? So like this, you can see special arrangement. What is that known as Kranz anatomy? So what is Kranz anatomy? C4 plants shows a special kind of anatomy in which the vascular bundles are covered by or surrounded by a number of layers of cells. Okay, giving a wreath-like appearance. Understood? Now, next is what? Now, the pathway of C4 cycle is also known as Hatch and Slack pathway. Okay, Hatch and Slack pathway. And it is also a cyclic pathway. Here, the difference is the primary carbon dioxide acceptor is a 3-carbon molecule phosphoenol pyruvate. What is it? Phosphoenol pyruvate, PEP. Understood? And these are present in the mesophyll cells, not in the bundle sheath cells. Okay, I told the bundle sheath cells where you can see around the bundle, vascular bundle. Vascular bundle contains what? Xylem and phloem. Okay, and other mesophyll cells contains what? A 3-carbon, the primary carbon dioxide acceptor, a 3-carbon molecule known as PEP. Okay, phosphoenol pyruvate. And the enzyme, okay, which needs for the fixation of this is PEP carboxylase. Okay, instead of rubisco here, which acts PEP carboxylase. And then what, after fixation of carbon dioxide by PEP, okay, a 4-carbon acid, that is oxaloacetic acid, is formed in the mesophyll cells. And then what happened, this oxaloacetic acid will get converted to what, malic acid or aspartic acid. Okay, malic acid or aspartic acid. And then it will be transported into the bundle sheath cells. Okay, and in the bundle sheath cells, this C4 acids will be broken down to release what, carbon dioxide and a 3-carbon molecule. And the 3-carbon molecule will be going back to the mesophyll cells. Okay, there it will be converted to PEP for accepting new carbon dioxide molecule. Okay, and in the bundle sheath cells, what happened? The carbon dioxide released will enter into the C3 cycle or Calvin cycle. Okay, so you can see that. Okay, in bundle sheath cells, which enzyme will be there? REBP, but it is not having PEP carboxylase. Okay, so like this, in what C4 plants, both Calvin pathway and what the C4 pathway, both are operating but in different places. How it is? One is in bundle sheath cells and another is in the mesophyll cells. You can see that in the mesophyll cells, what is there? The primary carbon dioxide acceptor is PEP. Okay, PEP, that will combine with carbon dioxide. Okay, PEP will combine with carbon dioxide and form a C4 acid like oxaloacetic acid. It will get converted to aspartic acid or malic acid, and then it will be transported to where? To the bundle sheath cells. In the bundle sheath cells, what happen? It will get split and form what? CO2 and a 3-carbon molecule. And this 3-carbon molecule for the other fixation of C3, means other cycle of C3 cycle, it will go into the where into the mesophyll cells, and the carbon dioxide released will enter into Calvin cycle. So in bundle sheath cells, Calvin cycle takes place, okay, and in mesophyll cells, C4 cycle happens. Okay, so this is an advantage to reduce what a phenomenon known as photorespiration that we will study in the next class. Thank you.